communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530 Entertainment LLC at gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome everybody. I'm Peter Stephen, your host of LOLT 360. Thank you for attending or watching another episode of LOLT 360. And we're building a flow here. We're developing the concept of how can people discuss the stigma of mental wellness. And today we're going to continue the discussion. We're going to continue the discussion with Mr. Samuel from Africa and Nigeria, to be specific, and discuss more on what are the things we're doing. The last two interviews we had, Mr. Samuels, it didn't come out too well from a production standpoint, so I re-invite him so we can get it right. Right now, once we're done with this interview and moving into the next interview, we have OGT coming in next Saturday. And then after that, 2 weeks later, we have Mr. Marcus Sanchez coming in. And he's a chaplain Marcus Sanchez, and he's coming in to go ahead and interview those who he is addressing on this platform of mental wellness. And next week, OGT, who will be here to take command. You know, I've been doing the last few weeks. He is going to go ahead and bring his guests from 203rd in the Bronx. So this is definitely developing, and this is definitely coming to a crescendo where you can see the full range of, LOT 360 hosts. And back to Mr. Samuel. He should be calling in after the break. We'll definitely be speaking, and due to communication or lack thereof, we'll be able to continue the discussion. So this is big, LOT 360. This opportunity to come here and present to you and talk to you about, what's happening in our world, what's happening in the world around us, and those people we are impacting. This Monday, November 1st, we'll be launching our website, lifeonlifeterms.com. On that, you will see not only the work we're doing, but also a focus on the hosts, the people who are taking the time to contribute and go ahead and raising the discussion on mental wellness. It's so fascinating having the ability to go ahead, come here, and develop with you. This is an ongoing show. What I appreciate more than anything is the feedback when I get in conversations. Whether I'm speaking to a coworker, whether I'm speaking to somebody who's helping the platform grow, whether I speak to my mother, whether I speak to friends, whether I speak to different type family members. It's such a humbling experience because I've never been in such a position where my life's work, where people are being touched, and also what's to come. So Monday, based on Sonnet Hub, and he's the gentleman who's going to come on, Mr. Samuel, later. I had confirmation, but there was some miscommunication. But I do believe Mr. Samuel will make it, and we'll get this proper interview coming in a bit. So Monday is by Sonnet Hub. Mr. Samuel and his organization has taken the time and has put forth the effort to take this message of dealing with the stigma of mental wellness across the globe, across to a different continent. Of course, to other peoples whose eyes, ears, and observations are open to the consequences of life, the behavioral consequences of life, of having the ability to function in such a society such as ours, as such as any other society that isn't really manifested, has came around to understanding the impact of mental wellness and how it impacts everybody's daily lives. So come this Monday, if you check lifeonlifeterms.com, it'll be our relaunch. We had it before, but now we've narrowed it down to a more functioning site that is going to be accessible for all to, become a part of the experience, to learn and build and help me and help others understand more about ourselves. It's fascinating. Introspection, the process of looking at our own mental and thought process, our own mental and feelings daily. And I ask those people who are tuning in and those people who I've asked in the past about introspection, the ability to look within. How is that working for you? I love to get feedback. We have our Facebook page, Life on Life Terms. We have our email, general inquiries at Life on Life Terms. I love the opportunity to interact with you. Our YouTube channel, Life on Life Terms Mental Wellness Awareness. Just type it and you will see it. And I love the interaction because this is very important. This affects parents, children, people in position of social welfare, people in position of implementing social practices, practices that condition the environment people are in. And policy is very important. And before we came here today, I didn't know if the actual interview was going to go down. So we're in the process. So I brought some material here to read off to you, some points that I find that are important. And this is more along social welfare policy. But that's in the instance whether we're unable to connect this interview. So the website, lifeonlifeterms.com, has grown, not so much in terms of numbers and popularity, but has grown in terms of the process of understanding all that is needed in this wide field of social welfare. Social awareness, social understanding. How do we interact with each other? More so focused on the behaviors. And I'm very excited. And some of the things you can expect once you come there is just a new look, just a new feel. An environment where you see information is up to date on those we deal with and those we will be dealing with in the future, by projection, by what's coming, by what's happening. You can get more details on each host who comes here and also out there in the community to help others and discuss, the issue of the stigma of mental wellness. And the stigma of mental wellness is so real. It's so real because there's so many times in life where we have an issue. We have a behavior issue. We're dealing through some feelings and emotions. And the response is, you'll be okay. Have a pill. Go to sleep. All of these lax, non-really caring approaches to, and I'm not saying medication isn't the answer to some things. They help. In my experience, when I used to, and entering the field of social work, one of the medications was Ritalin. Ritalin calms people. in this instance, it was with students. Students, I'm still adjusting to things in terms of moving, but it helped people calm down. But then again, there's the abuse of taking medication and how medication impacts us internally, externally, in our dealings with others and dealings with ourselves more than anything. So me being here and today being able to present more information, I definitely would like and would appreciate if you take the time and check out our website, Life on Life Terms, which will be relaunching come Monday. And with that being said, we also have Tuesday our support group. LOLT 360 supports a support group. The support group's on behaviors. It's on anxiety. It's on stress. It's dealing with a lot of the aspects. And when we return from these commercial messages, we'll be right back.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530 Entertainment LLC at gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome back. This is Peter Stephen, LOLT 360. And today we're continuing the discussion. We're continuing the interview with Mr. Samuel from Sonnet Hub. Mr. Samuel, how are you doing today, Mr. Samuel?
I am doing fine today. Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Mr. Samuel, we had 2 prior interviews, and I want to apologize for the disruption in the interview feed, as well as any problems we had with audio, etc. But I thank you so much, and this is very important to me because your contributions to my personal life work, to the organization's life work, and for those people you want to help, and you are helping, I can't say enough. And for those people who've been following the interviews, it's very important that we understand the importance of Mr. Samuel. We understand all the help Mr. Samuel is providing us from a technical aspect, a professional aspect, emotional aspect, and support. So, we want to get to it once again. Mr. Samuel, if you don't mind, if you can talk about Sonnet Hub, it'd be appreciated. And, we can continue reiterating the messages about you and your organization.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Sonnet Hub is a digital marketing agency. We are into a lot of digital solutions like website design, email marketing. We provide UI UX designs and anything that has to do with marketing and promoting organizations, private organizations, public organizations, any type of business. We are just here to promote them.
Mr. Samuel, and thank you for sharing. When did Sonnet Hub start?
Yes, Sonnet Hub is an idea that started in 2016. So as of 2016, I had this idea, and one way or the other, I started, and with the help of some of my team members, we're able to come up with a lot of things. And so far, we've come very, very, very far. But we started a lot since 2016, 2017, 18, and here we are today. There are times we eventually stopped functioning for some time, but then we came back again. So here we are today, 2021. We are up and running.
How and thank you. How's it been functioning? Because Sonnet Hub is in Nigeria, one of the biggest country in Africa. How has it been managing? How has Sonnet Hub functioned in Nigeria? How has the experience been?
Well, the experience has been very, very amazing for me. It has been very, very challenging in the sense that the competition here is very, very much, like you said, the largest country in Africa. It's been very, very tough because one, there's a lot of competition, and secondly, there's a serious how would I say, there is a serious mandate on us to actually get the word out there to trust us. We work online, and most of the people we work with are foreigners. So bringing them to trust us, to entrust their projects to us, has been very, very challenging. But so far, we've been able to scale through, and we are here doing a lot in the digital world.
And I agree with that. And to be clear, everybody, this is the man's organization who is helping Life on Life Terms.com grow and be developed to the point, and I made this an emphasis. If you look at our team page, you will see a picture of Mr. Samuel and Mr. Victor, which is his partner. And this is how much I was astounded. I was the facilitation, the communication, the punctuality. I'm not doing this to promote Mr. Samuel's business. I'm here to promote Mr. Samuel because what he has showed me. I'm a man of integrity. Mr. Samuel, how do you feel about integrity?
Yeah, integrity, I believe, is very, very important in everything. When it comes to integrity, I believe integrity defines a man, because a man with no integrity, I don't think life will be so meaningful without integrity in it. So, as far as I'm concerned, integrity is everything. Integrity is everything in relating with people, in helping people, in making people work with you, in everything we do in life. I believe integrity is very, very paramount, because a man without integrity, his words will be useless. There is nothing he can do to actually help the society. Society needs people of integrity, people that, when they say yes, yes is yes. When they say no, no is no. So integrity, I believe, go a long way in determining how useful, how meaningful, or how influential we can be in life. So integrity for me is very, very important.
Let me tell the audience, I'm Peter. Peter comes with a lot of energy. Sorry to speak in third person. I come with a lot of energy. I know what I want, and I have some perspective on where I want to go. Listening to Mr. Samuel, I allowed him to take the lead. I said allow him, I understand our own life on like terms, but he's a leader. And that's very important to lead because this is my first jump into the water to really start narrowing this down. Mr. Samuel, where did you get your leadership qualities? Because you wowed me. You wowed me. So I was like, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, do it. Where did you get your leadership qualities?
Leadership, wow.
You
I'd
got it.
say,
You got it. I say what I say. You got it. Go ahead. Shine. This is you.
okay.
Sure. I'm honored.
Okay.
I'm honored.
Yeah, when it comes to leadership, I would say it's something I came to learn, and hearing this from you is actually making me believe, okay, maybe I've gone a long way in terms of building my leadership ability or my leadership skills. So I would say learning leadership, I was a very, very timid person, very, very shy, and I couldn't even stand up to people to talk or anything. So I would say I found solace in reading, in listening to others. So I would say my leadership skill so far has been improved by listening to others, by reading, because I do a lot of reading. I read a lot, especially about leadership. I follow people like John C. Maxwell, people like Robert Kiyosaki. So I read a lot of books on leadership, and I would just say I learned the trait of leadership by also following people, by listening to others. When I see people that I believe are great leaders, I try to listen to them, try to look at them, imitate them, try to do the things to do. And one of the people that has really influenced me when it comes to leading is my partner, Mr. Victor. I mean, when I look at him, is a clear definition of leadership, even far more than I have ever, should I just say, whatever it is I've gotten in leadership today is something I actually learned from him, watching him closely. So leadership is something I would say I was able to develop, or I built by listening to others, watching others, looking at others, and all of that.
You know, I came across an interesting fact. 60% of Nigerians in the United States have college degrees. I'm not saying that is the bar for anybody's intelligence, but it does show the commitment for those people who have obtained a college degree. It does show the commitment. It does show the resilience, you know, taking tests and passing tests, etc. And also, more than anything, it shows the discipline. Can you talk a little bit about the discipline? That just your
Yeah.
thoughts on discipline, yeah, and discipline for yourself.
Okay. Discipline. I would say, Nigeria here, we live in a society that is very competitive, and a lot is expected from each and every person in this country. You know, when you grow up in a family, your family is expecting a lot from you. So, um, discipline is something that has been instilled in us. Take, for example, let me use myself as an example.
Sure.
The family I grew up in, discipline is something that was instilled into me by my mother. You know, she's very hard on me because growing up, my father was so
Moms.
busy, and most of the times it was just my mother, myself, and my siblings. So she tried everything she could as a mother to instill discipline in us. And I would say I learned a lot from her when it comes to discipline, because discipline is very important in everything we do. Just like integrity, these are qualities that defines our life, that defines how effective or how meaningful we'll be in the society, how meaningful will be to the society and to ourselves. So if you are going to succeed in anything, discipline is definitely needed, because it is discipline that will make you do the right things at the right time, no matter how tedious, no matter how hard and difficult it is. Discipline will bring you to, be able to deny yourself of some things and actually get the result you need to get.
How is mom's, by the way? I'm a mama's boy.
So,
Sorry. How is mom's? Hopefully all is well. Mother? How's your mother?
oh, she's doing fine. She's doing fine. She's at my
That's
hometown, and
that's
with my
good.
dad, so she's doing very good.
Yeah, I love my mother the same way. My mother was hard on me, supportive, but hard on me growing up. So I understand the value. And to all the mothers out there who are seeing this at this present time, we salute all the mothers who've raised their children, such as a fine man as Mr. Samuel. And Mr. Samuel, on the same note, and we'll take it a little bit to the side with mental wellness. Do you see mothers experiencing problems with mental wellness where you're at? You see that's a problem?
Yeah, definitely. I see it as a problem in the sense that, let me use myself as an example again, if you don't mind.
No, sure, please.
You
The
know,
floor is yours. The floor is yours.
growing up, my mom was, should I say, she's the one that was always there. Like, my father was so busy because he has to make ends meet. He has to go out there, make the money for us. By the way, I came out from a family of seven. I have four other siblings aside from myself, so making five children. So my parents had to fend for us, and so my dad was so busy trying to make money, travels here and there. But then it was just my mom and us. At then, before my father joined us and was fully with us, we about three, myself and three of my siblings. So my mom was the one that is always there and everything. So I noticed then growing up, she goes through a lot of stress, a lot of emotional traumas, because first of all, she has to take care of like four kids by herself. Her husband is not so much around to listen to her when she's down, when she's feeling bad. So emotionally, she used to go through a lot. And when things are not so good, when things are not so gloomy, there's no one she's talking to. She doesn't really have so much friends. So she goes through a lot of emotional traumas, a lot of stress mentally and everything. Sometimes I would just notice in the night, I would just hear sobs and I would like, what's going on? When I go into the room, I would just peep to the door and I would see she's crying up by herself. And when she sees us, she's trying to clean her face, trying to stay strong as a mother. So I would say due to the demands of the society, the demands of life itself, it's been very, very hard on mothers. I won't lie. Using my mother, like I said, as an example, and looking at my environment and seeing the things I've seen, with little experience I have had so far, I would say mothers really, really they should be commended because they are doing tremendous work. You know, as a man, as a father, especially in this part of the country, it is believed that all you just need to do is just provide for the family. But all the groundwork, all the underlying work, the emotional work that needs to be done, the training that needs to be given to the children, the discipline, I would say everything is almost left to the mothers to do everything. Aside from providing, I think every other thing in the family is mostly left to the mothers. And this is why if a mother grows up if a mother raises a child in Nigeria and the child becomes successful, the woman deserves an accolade because right here, especially in this country, it's not so easy for mothers to bring up a child and train them, make them disciplined, even with the way things are, the situation of the country and everything. So I would say when it comes to mental wellness to among mothers, it is something that I believe also needs a lot of attention because mothers definitely are going through a lot. And like I said, using my mother as an example, I saw this growing up, and that's why I always appreciate her and commend her for the tremendous work she did, and how she was able to hold her ground with within her and everything.
And I want to, and I thank you for sharing that. And I agree with you. I was raised in a single parent household, raised in the projects, raised a rural environment. Things were tough, but I just want to emphasize everybody to get in touch with Sonnet_hub or Sonnet Hub. It's Sonnet_hub@gmail.com. That's Sonnet SONNET_hub. Is it one word Sonnet Hub or Sonnet_hub? It's one word Sonnet Hub.
Sonnet underscore.
Sonnet
Yes,
underscore hub.
Sonnet Hub.
Okay.
No, just Sonnet Hub.
Oh, Sonnet Hub. Okay. SONNETHUB@gmail.com. Mr. Samuel, you can ask. Mr. Samuel, can you share some of the services so when people contact you and you work and real quick as a referral on social media? When I found him, 5.0 stars across the board, no matter where you see with his work. So what is some of the service when you do Sonnet, SONNET hub, HUB@gmail.com? What are some of the services that you offer people so that you can assist them?
Okay, so majorly Sonnet Hub is into digital marketing for businesses, and our main services include website design. We design any kind of website, e-commerce website, church website, any kind of website. Then also we do UI UX development, using platforms like Figma, Adobe XD. We can create user interfaces, and also we are into email marketing. We do email marketing and lead generation, newsletter autoresponders, email automations. So digitally, everything that has to do with digital solutions, social media marketing. We do a lot of this, and we also are into market research. We do market research for businesses. So businesses that want to, delve into the market and make a difference and increase sales, whatever. We do all of those business researches, and we are also into data analysis. We also do data analysis. There's any organization that is needs to make sense of the data they have or generates data and wants to make sense out of it. We also offer the services.
And we were discussing the mother. I want to take a spin on this. How about the father, the man, the one who goes to work, the one who does his part in the family and society? What kind of mental wellness issues or does the man face, the father, the man, in your perspective?
Yeah, in my perspective, the father, just as much as the mother also goes through a lot, the father also goes through a lot because I would say the responsibility of fending for the family and making sure the family lacks nothing is always on them. So most times I would say, especially when it comes to let's say the financial responsibility of the family, they carry this on their head a lot. And let me also use my own father as an example. Growing up, my father he travels a lot, and he goes to different states for businesses. You know, he goes through a lot of stress. He goes through so I would say stress is one of the major things the men go through mentally because we work so hard just to make sure we bring food to the table, just to make sure, okay, when it comes to sustaining the family, provisions are available. So we are here and there everywhere, trying to be the strong and the backbone of the family, trying to, be the strength of the family. So this comes with a lot of responsibilities, with a lot of stress, a lot of, so many men actually, it's so difficult in the sense that so many men go through a lot and they find it so very, very difficult to actually share what they are going through. Why? Because, take for example, a country like Nigeria, it's believed that men are the strongest. They are the backbone of the family. They should be the one that has all the strength and everything. So when things are happening to them, they find it very, very difficult to actually come out and say, okay, this is what is wrong with me, because it is expected that, okay, as a man, you should be able to lord over whatever it is that is happening to you. You should be able to control yourself and be able to, get out of situations yourself. So men find it so difficult sometimes, especially in this part of the world, to actually express themselves and say, okay, this is what I'm going through, this is what is happening to me. So most times they bottle all of these things in, and eventually they result into drinking, into smoking, just so they could find some solace and some relief. So I would say it is also difficult sometimes, or most times for men too, because life is difficult for everybody. But when it comes to mental illness, everybody is not exempted. Everybody also shares their own part of mental issues.
Yeah, and I'm glad we have the opportunity because I'm learning as you're speaking. I mean, I have experience in life and social issues, but I'm sitting here just listening to you, and I know this. I know a lot of it is focused on Sonnet Hub and how you help people and what you do, but I got to compliment you. I can listen to you. Like I'm just letting the interview go, not letting the interview go by, but I'm listening to you, and you teach. Has it been a teaching experience, Sonnet Hub and the technology? Has it been a teaching experience for you, or more of a learning experience, or a combination of both?
Yeah, it's more of a learning experience than a teaching experience. Yeah, to an extent, I have that teaching experience too. But for me, being in the world of technology has been more of a learning experience.
And and I know I'm going back and forth, but I'm really stretching out you, Sonnet Hub, and the great qualities of you. So if somebody here in the United States reaches out to you and you're working over there in Nigeria, meeting deadlines, communicating, what are some of the concerns that you think you can put to ease because you're so far, the exchanging of money, the getting the meeting deadlines? What are some of the things you can say about that people won't have to worry about communicating with you? Because I want everybody out there to reach out to Mr. Samuel if you have any website related, graphic design related concerns, or you want some. This is a man of integrity. I'm asking them random questions, and not necessarily so random, but you're seeing what this man is all about. And by that, this person is all about. You're able to feel more comfortable when you do reach out and look towards working on the progress. So for those people who are here in the United States and they want to reach out to you and they want to email you at sonnethub@gmail.com, what are some of the concerns you can put to rest?
Okay, one of the major issues when it comes to dealing with should I use the word foreigners now, is majorly from the financial perspective, because because of there are so many things going on in Nigeria, and we are seeing a lot of things, hearing a lot of news and rumors about frauds, fraudsters coming and stuff like that. So one of the thing about me is, when it comes to working, you know, what I do is something I love, something I enjoy,
Nice.
something I can do for
Nice.
free,
Nice.
something I can do for free.
Nice.
So for me,
That's all.
money is not the most important thing for me, because anybody I work with, the first thing I tell them is I worked with some people recently, two students from Cyprus. They wanted to do a project. They wanted to do some qualitative analysis, and they needed me to work for them. And I told them that the money is not the most important thing. For about 2 3 weeks, we started working. We didn't even see anything about money. It was almost like a month later. Okay, so I had some issues with my system and stuff like that. So the person that linked me up with them just actually spoke with them that, okay, this guy is going through stuff like that, right? Like they trying to just let him
Sure.
do something concerning that. And that was the first time we actually had anything that has any discussion that has to do with money. So for me, my integrity, the work I'm doing, the quality of my work is far more important than, okay, how much I'm going to get from this work. Because if my integrity is not so strong, if what I do, my services are not of good quality, you can come today and pay me $10,000 and you never come again. And take for example, I get this opportunity I get from you because, okay, we're able to communicate it so well, and you trusted me and you believed in me, and that's why you feel, okay, you can have this opportunity. So if I had not if you had not seen something in me that made you say, okay, let me trust this guy, I wouldn't be here today. And this is a very great opportunity for me. I wouldn't have this opportunity. So for me, when it comes to the financial aspect of this, I can make everyone I can actually make you understand that for me, I am here to help your business, to give you the best service you can ever ask for, to give you the best and the quality work you can ever ask for. So when it comes to that aspect, the money aspect, that is not my issue. That is not a problem for me. And you can be rest assured that the person you are trying to deal with is not someone that is after your money. And also when it comes to delivering, when it comes to quality work, I can make you understand that we have everything it takes. We have a lot of experts in our team, people that are into we have a lot of experts. You can rest assured that we'll give you the quality work you.
Well, Mr. Samuel, we've come to that time. I'm glad that we got this interview off. Once again, everybody, SONNETHUB@gmail.com. Mr. Samuel. He's there to help. He's a great man, a great person. You can see based on how he speaks, how he communicates. Mr. Samuel, I purposely went in to kind of get you to talk so that when people see you now, they'll see the person once they communicate to you. So if I put you on the spot for some kind of, thoughtful, insightful questions, it was done on purpose so that you can speak. And once again, we work as a team. And when everybody come Monday, you go to lifeonlightterms.com, you'll see Mr. Samuel's face. You'll see Mr. Victor's face. And what you will do is see how we're working together to help others. And this will manifest through the website, through the Facebook page. Is there any social media, Mr. Samuel, you can put out there for people to follow you personally?
Yeah, personally, I'm working on rebranding. I think I discussed this with you sometimes in the previous interview. So we are working on rebranding. So concerning social media right now, there is no social media that we are available on currently. If anyone wants to reach out to us, it has to be through email and through Fiverr. So in the next 1 2 weeks, our social media pages will be ready, and everyone
Sure.
can connect and
No,
communicate with us
no,
through
and
that.
Mr. Samuel, that's very when you're working when you're working in times today, in my opinion, social media is an extra task. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. Social media is an extra task. When you're dealing with business and you're dealing with life and dealing with family and friends, it's your choice in how you're going to manage. So what you're basically telling me is efficiency. You're working from a perspective where you can get the most of what time you have. And, as they say, I'm not mad at you. It's great that you're working in an organized manner that's going to make things more productive for you and your company, and also those you deal with it like us. So I just want to say we're coming to the closing of this interview. Mr. Samuel, thank you very, very much for attending LOT 360, another interview. We finally got out an interview with no interruptions. And for everybody out there, I just want to express, this is LOT 360. This Monday, we got the relaunch with Sonnet Hub. Mr. Samuel helping us at lifeonlifeterms.com. You can see us on Facebook, lifeonlifeterms.com. Life on Life Terms. You can see us on IG, Life on Life Terms 2020. LOT 360 is the show. LOT 360 is the total picture of what we're coming with, the things we don't talk about on our other shows, and also extending out with Mr. Samuel at Sonnet Hub, please excuse me. And I just want to say I thank you everybody for tuning in, and thank you Mr. Samuel, and I wish you all blessings, and I'll see you next time. So over here at LOT 360, I'm Peter Stephen, your host, and we'll see you next week with OGT, who'll be coming in with his version of LOT 360. And thank you very much. Everybody have a good weekend and enjoy. Thank you very much.